Joint series is one of the latest entrants of Caesar Ceramics masterpiece. Well, it's a set of minimalistic colors. It's got some beautiful colors which are warm and cold. The best part about this series is that it has got this kind of a beautiful cloudy feel to it. And when you touch the tile, it's got this kind of a undulated surface, which is so subtle that you can only feel it when you're about 2 or 3 feet away from the place. So in fact, when you put it on the floor, you are not having that undulated feel touching your floor, touching your feet. But when you actually see it in an undulated surface, you can see that this has got that crepe paper, the feel of a paper being molded and folded together. So we have 10 beautiful colors for your interiors as well as exteriors, because we have 10 colors and we have 4 different surfaces which we can work on. So it is not even leaving a single square inch of your interior as well as exterior when it comes to usage. Starting off, we talk about the ivory field tile which is on the surface, which is called joint candle. So this is a 60-120 surface, also available in a smaller format, is available looking into this warm feel to it. So you have a cloudy feel, rustic surface, plus when you touch the tile, it has got a matte feel to it. It's available in a soft feel. The feeling of the tile is a satin matte, so that is the company calls it a soft feel to it. So next one after the candle is we call it the green verf color. So we have the joint verf. It's a beautiful color which can be taking care of your wall and the floor applications. It is also 2 tiles being in the same box will have this kind of a variation on the surface, cloudy variation, and at different ends you have different undulations. It is incredible to see a collage of these tiles put on the floor and continue the same thing on the wall. Green by itself, the color by itself is so soothing to the eye. It is actually another color for peace. So you actually have this taken into a lot of ambiences nowadays. The color after that is called the wing, which is more again on the warm feel. You're looking at something in between ivory. You cannot define the color to be a complete ivory, nor can be defined to be a brown. It's something in between that. It's got this kind of, the features are same. So you just have a look at it when you look at green. 2 tiles from the same box. Continue with spice. The spice is just to spice up your entire decor. So you're looking at a Koto field tile, which is looking at a very earthen look to it. And 2 tiles from the same box, having the joint collection, having 4 colors covered. Coming down to the other 4 colors here, we start with the glare, which is a whitemost color in the series, which is a neutralizing color, which has got a blue tinge on the surface, grey, blue and white mixed together. This glare series the glare color is actually a neutralizing tile with a beautiful combination with the next color, which is called ink. Ink is a beautiful blue feel to it. It is having this angulation which is running through. The blue is the color of which is in vogue. It is the color declared to be the color of the year. So ink is completely happy. Then we are looking at the next color, which is below that. It's called the levity. It's the light. Again, it's a combination of light grey with a combination of greys which can be used. So grey is the new beige. So it is extensively used in many places, interiors as well as exteriors. The soft feel is of course for interiors. The combination of this can be combined with a lot of colors in this family, but most importantly it can go with a dark shade which is called chimney. So chimney is a color which is again the darkest color in the series of joint. So this covers for about 8 colors in this family. There are 2 more colors which I will be showing you. But most importantly, we are looking at only concentrating on the soft feel in this particular panel, these 2 panels. Soft is primarily interiors. Same tile, all these 8 tiles plus another 2 more tiles which I will be showing you is available in an R10A plus B. R10A plus B is a tile which has got a higher resistance level, more abrasion on the surface, which can be used for open to sky. We call it OTS. So this tile, of course, the R10A plus B will not be used for a parking space, but it definitely can be used for a deck, approach road, garden area, terraces, because it's R10A plus B. So A stands for when you're standing barefoot and you don't slip. B is when you're standing barefoot and there is water on the floor and still you don't slip. C is when you're going up the slope and water is coming down the slope and still you don't slip. So A plus B is covered in this particular series with 10 colors, all the 10 colors in this family. We're looking at 8 here. Then we come to the same field in this color. We're looking at the graph. The graph is actually an application where you have the tile being a little bit scratched to the surface. It's got a little surface which has got these lines which are running through the self patterns, which is meant for walls and interior floors. So we have each and every tile which you've seen before this has got a graph to it, except for 3 colors. So 7 colors have got graph. So you have the Verve graph, we have the Spice graph, we have a type which is called the Candle graph, we got a type which is called the Ink graph. This is the Glare graph. The type which is not very graph is Manor. When you're looking at the type which is called the Levity graph, and then the Plume and the Plume graph. So 3 finishes. We have a total of 10 colors. Incredible to take care of your complete wall and floor application. Join is the flavor of the season which you need to opt up.